Great Belize Cooking is brought to you by the Beverage Division at Carl H. Menzies Company Limited.
Welcome to another edition of Great Belize Cooking. I'm your host, Chef Kuylen. Continuing on my culinary journey, it has led me to Belize City. People like me, or district town village people, we know this and we visit it because it's a commercial center of our country. Here's something you don't know about Belize City. As iconic as they overpass the flag monument, all the super Saturdays are smoke. You know why? Belize City people, they don't cook on Saturdays. Here we have one of the most famous ones, Mr. Tony, king of the grill. Why? Look at all the sauce on it. Why? Which one you recommend?
I recommend all of them.
All of them? You can put alba? You can put alba?
Yes, you can put all. At Tony's barbecue, you can get all the sauce, not only one sauce.
Put all the sauce, boss. What is it?
Barbecue sauce.
Which one is this?
Cilantro sauce.
Cilantro. Which one this?
Sweet pepper sauce.
Who? Sweet pepper?
Sweet pepper sauce.
Sweet pepper sauce. Everybody got a secret. They got a marinade, they got your seasoning. I wouldn't even ask what is the secret. Our competition, you know. Watch I say all this smoke around here. Everybody competitive, they got their own signature. I can tell you something now. Thank you very much, brother. Looking at the plate, I'm not interested in tortilla. Baked beans, coleslaw. This is the way I want to learn about. I want to know the secrets of this. So, everybody got their own marinade. They have dry, they have wet. The meat will change. Chicken, pork, beef. Sauces, they have secrets of that, tell me. So they think, without one main ingredient, we can't make barbecue, and that's charcoal. Today, we're going to go in the Belize district, and we're going to learn how to make charcoal. And guess what? In the city, we are learning how to make one sauce. So let's go, man. I'm here at the home of Mrs. Maria Villanueva, right in the city, that is doing a brand new product on the market, Marvelous Sauces. She will show us one of the secrets to the sauces. Tell me, Miss Maria, how you start doing the sauces and how did this thing start?
It started right here in my kitchen when I did chicken fingers, and I wanted a sauce to complement my chicken fingers. But I couldn't find one that I like, so I went in the kitchen and I experimented, and that is where the original sauce was born.
And the original one is what is the base of the
tomato base.
Tomato.
And the thing is with this is my best seller at the supermarket, the original this.
Okay.
And so this is just the perfect blend of spice and sweetness, and you can cook with it. I say you can dip with it or you can cook with it.
Yeah, that's your new logo right there. How you going?
You dip with it and cook with it.
Everything that you use comes from Belize, yes?
Yes,
the fruits.
everything.
So
everything.
if it's in season, that's what you use.
That's right. I go buy them up by bucket full, you know, the tamarind and the cashews. I just would sit down and I get an idea, and I would say, who would think of putting mango with tomatoes or onion or ginger or garlic or something like that? Like, not all my sauce have that, but who would think of that and put, you know, and I would go and I try it first and it tastes good. And then people would say, you know, it's different. Just by cooking it and letting it reduce, yes, it gets thick. And I do it like a thick consistency so that, you know, it's not runny, and that's why I put them in jars.
You are showing me how to make this thing?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
Okay, darling. Please, let's go in your kitchen.
Okay. So this is the first step. We have the tamarind here peeled.
Boy. Tamarindo.
We're going to boil these with the seed, with that little stringy thing, everything. And that will just come into like where the pulp start letting go. Then we will strain it.
So the liquid you want. And then
yeah, I want the pulp and I want the liquid. I don't want the seed nor that little stringy thing.
No, highly concentrated by the time you finish. So
yes. So we'll add water. Okay. Okay, so this could go on the stove now.
I can help you?
Yes.
Yes, sir. You're going to the stove, Miss Maria.
Yes.
All right.
Here it is.
So.
Now this will boil for like an hour or hour and a half. And then it will get like really thick and where we could
concentrated.
Yes, concentrated.
Yes.
Where we could get the pulp
How you explain tamarind to somebody not taste it before?
Oh, very nice.
You know?
Tangy.
Tangy, that's the word.
Very
You see
tangy.
that thing in your mouth just so?
Yes, they
When you
start
think
to
about it,
draw.
So
Like
they
when you
vape.
think of green plum.
Yes, ma'am, like the golden plum. Great.
Okay, so this is how it looks. So we want to take out the seed and the little string from the tamarind. Hour and a half later, this is how it looks. So we turn it off
Yes.
and we'll take it over that side and
I get something
pass
like
it through the colander. So we strain it, just pour
Okay.
it right into the colander. And then this is the part where we do this. You
Oh,
see?
with your hands. The
Yeah.
best tool you have.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna use a spoon.
No, your hands are
Okay.
better.
I agree because
Okay, now I want to show them. Watch it. Look underneath.
Ay, ay, ay.
Look at the pulp.
These are the
Look at the
goodness.
pulp coming out.
These are the goodness.
See?
If I add sugar
That.
and water there, I got tamarind juice.
Yes, very rich. What you want to do? See? This, the seeds want to come out. In your left, you work this
Work it
till
like-
this go down.
Remind me of sour sap.
Yes.
Same process.
Same process. Yes.
Sour sap.
Same process. See, you could put a little water, just pour it because this need a lot more water to boil with anyway when you make the sauce. So we're thinning it so that it go through.
Yes, ma'am.
See, that's the second step that we do for this.
Excellent.
Now if you look in the bottom,
Amazing.
you see the amount we have there.
Yes.
So this is not an easy process,
No. Labor intensive as usual.
Yes.
All
But
good
it's
things
worth
take
it.
time.
but it's worth it.
Slow food movement.
All these seeds, look at them, how they come out just from the agitation of turning it. Okay, the next step, take off the stems off the habanero peppers.
Yes, just take out the step.
Yes, the stem.
Left the
where
seed?
Everything will be used.
All right. Look
Just
at
the
this.
stem.
Take out the step only.
Yes, the
All right.
stem only.
Good. Then what next?
Then, after we finish with this, we chop up the onion, tomatoes, cilantro.
All right. You do the habanero, I will do the chopping.
Okay.
All right, just rough chop
Yes, rough chop.
because we got a powerhouse blender.
Yes, we have one powerhouse.
Lot of horsepower. What is in there?
Yes, that could go right in there.
Okay, so when you came up with this recipe, since I want the newest one,
Yes.
how you decide what you want to put in there? Uh-huh.
I just get the idea and I figure
Uh-huh.
tomato will be nice in there.
Yes.
Habanero definitely will be nice in
Fresh
there.
tomato.
Onion and cilantro will be good in there too.
Yes.
And so I decided,
And you know, 'cause
let me try it first. So I experiment on my family first.
nobody did.
Nobody did and
Okay.
I love it.
What's for the no?
The Leon Perrin could join it a little bit.
Herring. Worcestershire
Like
sauce.
quarter cupper.
How much a quarter cup? Tell me what's that? Put,
You
put,
you
put,
just put.
put.
I just eyeball like you.
Aibal. I like aibal. Oh. Well, not like my girlfriend here, because
Okay.
she don't duck me.
Okay, that's okay.
That's like,
Yes.
good. Cilantro.
Cilantro.
Put on it, darling.
See there?
Stem everything.
Yes. And this right here where we just strain.
Highly concentrated tamarind. Boy. Hey, hey, hey.
We need garlic in there.
Okay. How much?
That whole head could go
The
in.
whole head.
Yes.
So that's in there, right?
Yeah, that's right in there.
What next, darling? I say
Okay.
sugars. Not yet.
Not yet. We'll blend this.
Blend it. When you blend it, everything will become pureed and
Yes, like
Wow.
a smoothie.
like a smoothie.
So we'll take it to this
Powerhouse.
powerhouse blender we have here. And I have to hold this down.
Hold on it. It
Okay.
happened, Miss Maria.
Check it out.
What
I need you
marvelous.
to taste this before it even cook. Your jaw want lock.
Oh, I guess. Lakja.
Because of the tanginess. Remember the sugar not in there yet.
Bye! It's bon. It's tangy, it's delicious. It tastes like. Boy. It tastes like all thing Belize. Look how you got me the sweat.
A hot.
It hot like hot. It needs some balancing. So where we put next?
So now this going to the stove
Man,
to cook with the sugars.
When it cook, you get it darker brown?
Yes, you want to get darker brown.
Like varnish type?
Yes, yes.
Can't wait. Let's go to the stove. Mr. Maria. Ben. Look at that. You could tell what sauce. You see, you tell me how you never know where for add and you add tomato, but look where the tomato do. You give it that color, you know, like when you go to the menu night,
Yes,
they
it
call
lighten the color.
like stain.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you don't like my jar now, you balance out my jar.
Yes, you can balance it.
But it's hot.
It's still hot.
Man. It's rounded.
Yes.
Delicious.
Okay, see?
So you
This
want
is the final stage. Actually, this is another. I use a big 4-cup one.
Yeah.
But since it's the home version,
And this not 4 cup like the rest. So.
no. So we'll just seal it up
Yes.
and that's it. And this is your sauce.
I thank you. You know, sometimes when you buy a sauce, you add a lot of things to it. This, I know they add nothing. This is the star. I have my sauce. I just have to get one more part of this puzzle for the barbecue. And I'm going for it next. Stay tuned. We're here in the village of Burrell Boom. We're 18 miles out of Belize City. You see, we don't got the sauce and the marinade, but there has a vital part of a barbecue. You can't cook barbecue without charcoal. I asked all the seasoned barbecue men in Belize City, where do you get your charcoal from? They tell me one name kept coming up, Mr. Robert Pinkard. So here we are in his home. He's 74 years old. He's retired. Remember, even for a young man, this thing is very labor intensive. So we're very fortunate to be here and see the process from the cutting of the tree down to the end product of the charcoal. And I notice you use, what kind of wood? Oak.
Oak only.
Oak is found in this area.
Yeah, that's all we use here. First of all, we have to cut them up in pieces, small pieces.
So like 4 feet.
Big, yeah. Normally when I put the real on a big bed, I cut them 4 feet length and 4 feet height. Then you cut up a lot of little pieces where it could be sealed, where air not get into it.
I see you put the pimento wood.
But the pimento, we put it here for the reason is where the sun, when you light it, it
so
doesn't out
the
it.
sun not go down in the
Yeah.
pores, yeah.
When you don't set it up, what we call it dome out, we take some pimento and put it this way down on the wood. When we've done that, we take leaf and put it on it to make the sun not out it. Start to throw the sun up on it. So I light it on then, make it catch good, then I go bed. The regular wood, the whole heat like this. And the way they do it, sometimes people put in a tank, and the tank overheat the wood. But this way I steam.
Mr. Pinkard,
Yes, sir.
it looked like the thing gone down a little bit based on after yesterday, no?
Well, due to normally when you put it at height,
Yes.
you can go halfway more or less.
Yeah, halfway.
More or less, you know, it could be directly.
Well, based on my research, you know what? They said that it loses like, it comes to like 25% of the original weight.
Right,
Meaning that
exactly.
it loses some of the water
Uh-huh.
and the
It gets
the-
smaller.
It gets smaller. So if I go barbecue now, I could say oak smoke barbecue chicken leg.
Right.
And make
Exactly.
it sound fancy.
Give a different flavor.
Excellent. And that's the only wood they use wrong, yeah?
Well, so others people, when they do it, but it doesn't as good as oak. Oak's
So-
the best.
These are the door mouth from yesterday, right here,
Yep.
so?
Yep.
Mr. Pinkard, they tell me that if air touch this now and a hard gust of wind comes, guess what will happen? The fire will start again.
Yep.
That I want. We don't want that.
Nope.
So can I tell you, I ask a lot of people how to make charcoal. They start to tell me, oh, you simply light the wood and you out it.
This is how we put we call it the dome out, right?
That's the door mouth.
Yeah.
Conventional wisdom would tell you that out the fire with water, but that's the problem because guess what? When you go barbecue, you can't use something that's wet.
Right, exactly.
I can move this?
Yes, sir. Don't know, so I could take well of that.
That a one?
Like cool, right?
The hot,
Hot, yeah.
hot one. Charcoal, ladies and gentlemen. The hot. I want you hear that, right? You hear that? Hear this crackling. You know where it happened there? Remember, if oxygen touch it, it catch again. Not a good thing. Again, remember, it went from, Mr. Pinga said, half, like 50% of its original weight and moist and water content. This is a good charcoal, boss. Excellent, man. And it smells so good, man.
Yep.
It feel like you got a piece of give nut down there.
All right.
You don't do that sometimes?
Oh, yeah, so barbecue them. That's a real cool up, huh?
It's rich, man. When we go to the store and we go to the supermarket and we see two kind of charcoal in the store. We see one with one barcode and they got one label and it come from a foreign country. Yeah. And then we got your one where we pack in our whole BSI sugar sack. And because your one look lead dirty, right?
Yeah.
But they're not dirty, that's because you hard work.
Right.
The people ain't going to buy this one here from
Wait,
foreign
imported,
countries.
yes,
No, you don't think I must real about that a little bit?
How
Because
do
this
you
thing
do
can take 3 to 5 days hard sun. Watch out, I did sweat, man.
Yeah,
Imagine you had to cut it like you yesterday.
yeah. Well,
You 74 years, you did do this over 55 years.
long time.
And still yet, with when we go to buy this imported thing.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Pinkard, you just told me that how you sell it by the pound. And
Yes,
you
no,
sell
yeah.
6 pounds for $3.50.
Right.
If I do my calculation, that's 58 cents. You know?
More or less.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should have paid you more just because of the effort, man. I can tell you what the man they tell me. The man, you see this little demonstration, yeah? This is how little make we see what the demonstration of
Yeah,
this thing.
that's
This is
it.
just 4 by 4.
Yeah.
Mr. Pinkard do 4 width, 4 high by 16 feet sometimes.
Yeah.
One man.
Yeah.
Now where you eat so bad? Where you drink, man? Give me the secret. You got a secret?
I know it's not that bad because I shot at 30% I must come up.
So this 4 by 4 yeah, will give you 5 sack of coal.
More or less.
All that work, 5 sack of coal. That's only $100, imagine. No, the one over there will give you 150 sack.
More or less.
Wow. And the more you do it over the years, you find that you have to go deeper into the forest now because you cut
Well,
all
no,
the
oak doesn't never grow very fast.
Really? You hear that, boy? Why? It sounds like glass, like you say. Now for like this, Mr. Pinkard, I need a lot of fuel accelerant again. This thing had a quick thing, boom, boom.
I know.
It's just like sweetheart, easy to catch you.
Sure.
I don't know why they ask you. You know about that one
Well,
there?
everybody got different paper.
They say, oh, firewood easy to catch that true.
That's true.
Oh, how you know? Hey,
I didn't know.
I watch you. I'm not a liar, senor. This fascinating, truly amazing to me. The labor, the time it took, the effort. the dedication from you. I must thank you, sir. Thank you very much for bringing me the home and everything in your village. Look here now, I got my sauces, I got my charcoal that we made. I dirty my hand for my charcoal, so I have to make the charcoal shine now. But really, actually, you know how I go with my inspired Belizean cuisine thing. But I've got one more question I want to ask you.
You get it, yeah, no.
You think like that?
Yes, man, I think so.
You sure?
Well, they tell me said I got so, might as well see where it
Well, I hope so. You know how happy you make me to get some back?
Sure.
Oh, yes, man.
Yeah.
Why? Look very fine. Yes. So this is a meal.
Yeah.
We got her, Mr. Pinkard.
Yeah, man. 16 tone.
Yes, man.
So, will you satisfy now?
Yes, I'm more than satisfied.
All right, then.
Can't wait.
I
Can't
hope you
wait.
enjoy that now.
Yes. Yes. Welcome back, guys. Man, I'm having such a good time. Tell you, 2 ingredients. It might seem very basic and everything. We'll leave it at tambrad and a charcoal. It seems like when you go to a store and think the sauce don't make the charcoal in our bag. Look at the amount of work. The shelling of this tambrad, the sauce making process, it takes hours time. No cornstarch. Miss Maria just reduced that. The charcoal, 3 days of hard work, cut down the thing. Mr. Pinkard, such a gentleman. Thank you very much. And as promised, this is the part and time that I will make my version and my twist on everything as an inspired Belizean cuisine that I like to say that I do. Here, I will try to make this charcoal shine and the tamarind shine, and that piece of damn meat where I get to the end there, just icing on the cake. Let's go to the grill and make we start the grill up, man. Mr. Pinkard Cole, I remember when we were in the field just now, when we started to play with it, something like glass, the brook. Listen again. Boy, again, no accelerant, organic, natural oak wood. You know when we, when you're barbecue and you're in islands or in the bush and thing, we don't use no accelerant again. We don't use diesel or kerosene. We just use a piece of the coconut. We grow the coconut husk work. Just as promised by Mr. Pinkard, look at this grill. I never do nothing to it, and the lee breeze where they blow right now, look at that. And this is not even 100% lit yet, but the heat where they come off and the smell, remember that oak? Beautiful so far. We're gonna make my version of boil up. Technically, I call it boil up, but technically it's not gonna be boil up, it's gonna be roast down, I would say, because right now breadfruit is in season. And instead of cutting it, Belizean, we like to cut it, fry it. We're gonna throw it in the fire, just like that. What are the next elements of boil up? Plantain, cassava, sweet potatoes. In a garifuna, we take sweet ripe plantain, and we not peel it, we not do nothing. This have nice sugars. Starch has converted into sugars. You see the skin, you be a barrier. It going in there. The Bali Kenton will tell me that it's called pongwiwi. Sutu barura in a garifuna. So that was roast. Corn. Corn comes with a husk. Instead of peeling it, we leave the husk because that will be your barrier to go in the fire. Put them in the fire. Sweet potatoes. Again, we'll peel it later. We don't have to peel it now. In the fire. And actually earlier, I was testing because you know that kind of thing we don't really, we throw a beetroot. So what am I gonna do now? We're gonna make a beetroot salad with queso fresco. We're going to make my version of boil up, but it's more like a roast down, I'll say again. So when you think about boil up, what do you think about? You think about pigtail. What is pigtail? Pigtail, that the tail of the pig, they put a brine. What is a brine? Salt and water. Here I have conch. Originally what I wanted was a live conch in our shell, but you know what? It's very hard to find that because the fisherman always just bring it home and clean it. So black pepper, salt. Back to brine. What is a brine? Salty water. You know that Fanikong ban in a salty water? Fanikong ban in our brine. So he don't ready and think. How will I throw this in the fire? I won't directly put the conch, gentlemen. I'll take the conch shell. And I figure if I take the conch and put it in the shell and put it in the fire, with them beautiful, watch here already, man. Boss open. Mr. Pinkard cold bun hot, man. And now this is my cooking vessel. I never need no frying pan. Boy, it get hot. I like ceramic, nature's ceramic bowl. Put back the conch, where I come from, inside the shell. Now what? When you have seafood cooking like that, there's only one thing that I could think that would be the best seasoning for that is butter and garlic and lime. And what is more Belizean than wood and done butter? And you know why I like wood and done butter? Besides being real butter and just tasty and we grow up with this, is that it come in our can. And guess what I do with the can? It went in the fire too. So I don't need no frying pan again. Straight in the pot, the butter is melting. I'll take garlic. If you know how they smell of butter and garlic, I don't need to tell you how they smell. Oh my goodness. I'll put 2 handfuls because, oh my goodness. So the garlic, I'll put lime juice right in the pan. I'll check on my conch. I'll put it in there. Beautiful, man, beautiful. Ay, ay, ay. The shell is really, look what the shell is doing. It's really acting like a clay pot to me. Some of the vegetable and fruit already starting to burn. This is ready. I'm just gonna put it here. You see here? No heat. Just gonna put the plant in. Look at that. Soto baruru. Took about not even 15 minutes, 12 minutes. Look at the beetroot. This takes a little longer, 25 minutes. We're gonna make a beetroot salad out of that. The fruit could stay longer. This have to go till it's soft. Still hard. Leave it there. Conch, I think you're ready. I'll put that there. Oh man. Remember I promised you I'm gonna do the dare. I'm going to get a pot. We're gonna put it right there on the charcoal. We're gonna braise it. What is braising again? It's just a double technique. We're gonna put some liquid. And you remember Miss Maria Villanueva? We're gonna use her sauces, her tamarind, her blackberry. Oi, here I have a pot. Put them there. Leg of there. Black pepper, salt. What happened is I will use one and I will braise one. I will grill the next one. Smoke it, you know. We're going to take some coconut oil. Put it in our cast iron pot. Nice and hot. Smell like village. Smell like village, it's true. All right. We're going to take this part of the dare. Sear it in the coconut oil. You hear that? Goodness, right? Good. Onion, celery, and carrots. We're going to add to the dare meat. That's a standard braising technique, right? Brown it nicely. Miss Maria made this amazing tamarindo sauce. And that tamarind had sugars, it had peppers. Remember, it had habanero, it had onions, garlic. So I will just add her tamarind sauce. This is it here. Beautiful, man. You remember she put some leon perrins? I don't need to do anything more. I could add a little bit more garlic if I like. Beautiful. She also made some blackberry. It can't hurt to have this blackberry go in this braise. So I'll get some water and that will just do its thing there. That will do its thing. That will take 3 hours. When it's done, Fanny, fall off the bone. So one thing when you go to a village, you know what you always have? You always have a leaf fire hat, they go, and one catch of the day. When you say catch of the day, the key, you think that's seafood. Today, that they are meat. It could be pork, it could be peccary, gibnut, amadilli. Again, we may fortunate to get, see, still got a little tail, right? I'll put it right here, so. Still got a little tail to say, this is a real deer meat. Black pepper, salt. Actually, Mr. Joshua Chop, that the man will catch this deer, right? And he and his wife say, Yeah, give me one secret seasoning, because everybody got a secret. So the man give me this thing. I know you want to ask already in there, but I'll put it because they say it goes well with there. The only thing that I will add from my, from my interpretation of it, I'll add some fresh rosemary. Again, we have garlic. We rub it up nicely. But rosemary works well with things like lamb and gamey meats, and of course, I know it will go well with this. So again, we say salpicon is just, we use smoked meat. It's a meat version of ceviche. So guess what we are doing? We just simply put this on the side of the grill. Just make it stay there. Slow heat, long hours. It could take all day, it could take one day. Remember that beetroot that I put in the fire earlier? Serious thing. A lot of people see this at the market, we don't really pay attention to it. Sometimes you go in a cookbook, you know how they tell you to cook this thing? They say peel it and boil it. I don't like to do that, you know why? If I boil beet in water that has been peeled, your water get red. You know what happens there? You lose all your nutrients. You're making the water flavorful and you don't want that, you want it going new. Remember, the butter have garlic. It don't season. Cast iron skillet. Mennonites make this right here in Belize too. Hot, beautiful. Local spinach. You could use a lot of spinach, it would wilt down. Not care how much you put, just a wilt down to a little bit, right? Spinach. Okay. Beetroot. Lay it in there. Thing they happen. Queso fresco. I will season it with a little black pepper and salt, and that will cook down. That will make it nice. So this cashew sauce is already delicious. It has a little spice. Remember half of the can of the wood and we put by the cup. Now we got half left, right? But we have to use it up. I can't do nothing else with this, but just introduce it to the beetroot, the queso fresco, and the spinach, brother. And let that do its thing. Look at the beet spinach. I could even turn it over now. There's only one thing I could do with this, and that is to serve it. Take it off the fire. And there you have queso fresco beetroot. Yes? All right, so now we'll do the salpicon. If you look over here, the conch, the beetroot, and the dare is smoked. Look at the caramelization of that meat there. It's stay on the grill right on the corner while the braise they go there. That they cook. Good. So what we do? Come and slice some of the dare meat off. Look at that, man. Boy. Wow. What better way to do salpicon than with smoked dare meat? Again, this type, and when I put a little bit of rosemary, black pepper, salt, secret ingredient where they never tell me. Pico de gallo. What is pico de gallo? Onion, cilantro, tomato, lime juice. You could put sour orange for acid. You could put Jamaican lime. You know, today we just have limes, regular limes. Dare meat. Pico de gallo. Black pepper, salt, habanero. You always could put some habanero. More cilantro. Mix it up. Most of the people in the Orange Rock district does salpicon, and we serve it with corn tortilla chips. Today, I made some fresh plantain chips, and I will just serve this right so like that. There you have smoked dare salpicon. Remember the breadfruit? A lot of people get frightened when I say I throw the breadfruit in the fire, and the plantain, and the everything else. I learned this in the Caribbean. I used to work there and in Grenada, in St. Vincent, and so you go by the riverside and you lime, they say you got lime. Look, cooked inside. Show that way. Slice it. Boy, oak smoke roasted breadfruit. So I'm simply going to slice the breadfruit, and I'm going to put it with the elements of what my version of boil up. And since this is not technically boiled, we're going to call it roast down. Remember the conch where we cook in the shell? Can't forget it. Listen, boy, roasted, put on there. We usually serve pigtail and stuff with a tomato sauce. So what I did, you could make your one from scratch. You don't have to buy it in the can. Make a little X on the back of the tomato, throw it in a little water, throw it in the fire. You peel off the skin. From there, you take some okra, garlic, onions, coconut oil, and we made a tomato sauce. Here we have it. So I'm simply gonna take this and put it on the conch. And finally, the blackberry with tamarind braised deer meat. You have to see what happened now. Wow. Man, alive. That are the gumption at the bottom there. Wow. Carrots, celery, onion, niceties, habanero, tamarind, blackberry. You cannot get better than this. Deer meat. That's photogenic by itself. And remember, we put some rosemary in it, so we could always just put a little bit of rosemary and a little garnish. And I completed my mission, in my opinion, that I made the ingredient star. And that was, we tried to make a sauce and we used charcoal. Now you have salpicon, beetroot, braised deer, roast down. Look who joined us now, Miss Maria Villanueva from Marvelous Sauces. What I'm showing you is that we could take something as you might think regular as a piece of venison or deer and make it into gourmet.
That's
Your
right.
sauces, darling, they be just
Yes.
perfect. You don't have to use store-bought barbecue sauce.
No.
And even some, because we put it on tablecloth service, and now we have like fine dining restaurants, we even could pair it with wines, you know.
Yes.
Do you like wine?
Yes.
Which one you want to try?
The white wine.
White wine. This is a Joel Gott. This is distributed by the beverage division, Carl H. Menzies. It is a Pinot Gris. It is not a Pinot Grigio, because Pinot Grigio is a grape, wine made from grape, no? They come from the region in like Italy and stuff in Europe, so that would be a Grigio. This comes from Napa. Therefore, it's a Gris, como gris, a Gris.
Thanks.
And you might ask me, some people like to say red meat pair with red wine, white wine with fish. Then kind of wisdom that we used to think like that, but now this, I could guarantee you, like I tried to, will pair
Yes.
well with a lean
Try.
piece of meat. Try the braise. You know what happened? All the pepper we put yesterday, remember when you gave me lakja?
Yes.
I don't want to give you lakja today.
You're not giving me
Just the
lockjaw.
sauce.
Can taste the sauce. Delicious.
Tell the truth. Marvelous.
Really good, yes. It's marvelous.
And there you have it, another edition of Great Belize Cooking. Who would have thought, darling, right in the Belize City and the Belize District, all this wonderful food. Try that thing, that cashew that you made. Thank you, Miss Maria Villanueva. And thank you, Mr. Pinkard Barrel Boom, for the charcoal, for all these wonderful sauces. And when we think Belize never got cuisine, and we don't start yet, remember, they come in your neighborhood. Watch out for me. Cheers,
Cheers.
darling.
Great Belize Cooking was brought to you by the Beverage Division at Carl H. Menzies Company Limited.